Awesome. Welcome back. Live lifts, Friday night lights. Let's get into it as usual. Michał's here. Michał, proszę pomoc mnie. Okay. 5 raz, tak? 5. 5, 5. Okay. 3, 3, 2, 1. Idź. Yep, mam. Yep. Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. Thanks, Michał. Dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. Ile lat będzie kontaktować, nie wiem. Tak? Dobrze, dziękuję bardzo. Woo! Right, I'll do the intro in a second. I've got a superset. But welcome back to Friday Night Lights. Where it's anything but light. It is heavy. Let's put the bling on. We gotta do another superset. Today we are supersetting. So we gotta get going because we don't want to lose the. Come on. Superset. Ooh, smoking hot. Ooh, that's heavy. Wow. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights. I love Friday Night Lights. Thank you for joining. So, supersets today. So, start as we usually do. My name's James. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Live Lifts. Welcome to all the new subscribers as well. Fantastic. Pushing nearly 7,000 views in 11 weeks. So, starting the strength season from the 1st of September we started. All the streams are available. All of them are connected. They all show steady progression. So, hope you can follow the progress. Welcome. And how's your strength training going? Or how's your training going in general? If you're training for a sport or something specific, or just for fun like me, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for all your nice comments and all the people that have reached out to me privately as well. So I'm glad you're learning, because that's why we're here. We're here to get strong and learn, really. We're not here to be stupid, and we don't do silly things like 1 rep maxes and unbelievable, unattainable goals. We do realistic, achievable, functional, steady progress that everyone can do and everyone can enjoy. So, how do I feel after the last session? I feel so tired. Not tired because of the training, but tired because I have insomnia at the minute. I'm literally awake till 6 or 7 in the morning, and I sleep all day, and that's just because of my schedule shift pattern, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So I'll try to get my sleep pattern back into a normal sync. That's just part of the role that I do. So I have to make sure I've got full recovery in terms of my sleep, and I have done. I slept all day today. I woke up about 6 o'clock, had breakfast, 6 p.m, and come to the gym, and then I'll go into to do my doctor duties later on as well tonight. So in terms of my physical recovery after my last session, what did we do? We did heavy squats, we did heavy bench, and I always forget the last exercise. I can't remember what we did. We did definitely the heavy squats, heavy bench, and I feel fantastic after that. That 155 on the squat felt beautiful. It felt really, really nice. I felt really strong through the core and through the lower back, so I'm happy with that progression. Oh, we did bench, didn't we? But we failed. I failed on the 5th set, didn't I? On the 4th, 5th set, I couldn't get those last reps out. So hopefully next time we do bench press, we'll see a progression on that. And I can't remember the last exercise. I don't know what we did. I think we did shoulder press, didn't we? And that was fine. So to complement that today, we're doing incline press. What are we doing today? We're doing incline press. I've got 100 kilos on here. I'm gonna have to grab Michał for a second set in a moment. Oh, And we are supersetting incline press with chin-ups. And I'm going to talk to you about the physiological training principles behind that and why I'm doing that today as well, so stay tuned. So I'm combining incline press and chin-ups as a superset. And then just over there, I've got a curved bar, and I'm going to do some bent over row with that, and we'll throw in some bicep curls at the end, time permitting. I've done my warm-up off screen as usual, and let's do a second set. Let me go and get Mihao. Give me for a moment while I disappear. Oh. See where he is. He's on the cable machines, the dreaded cable machines. Cześć pan, jak się ma? So I get to practice a bit of my Polish today as well. So if I do break off and speak another language, it's because it's a little bit easier to communicate with Michael. I mean, his English is absolutely excellent. Well, I get to practice. Idziemy. Idziemy. 5 raz, tak?
Idziemy.
3, 2, 1, iść i 5 raz, tak? 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, jedziemy. Yep. Yep. Proszę bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. Silny, tak? Silny. Co? 100. 100, prosto. Prosto. 100, prosto. So in Polish, prosto means like forward or straight, like drive first. He's a very good Polish brand, and he saw. Let me do my superset. I'll talk in a second. Let me do my superset. I can't get caught chatting. I shall tell you in a moment the connection, the joke we just made in Polish. See how we're doing. Ooh, got the bling on. Oh, here we go. Ooh, nice, baby. Ah, that is sensual. Woo, no greater feeling. So, I'll let you in on the inside joke. So, Prosto is a very good Polish brand, high quality sports gear. And it means, the language literal translation is like first or forward, or like direct, go forward strong. It's a very good streetwear brand, very good sports brand, football brand. And he said to me when I was wearing it earlier, he's like, where'd you get that from? I was like, Prosto website. He's like, come on, funny bugger. I said, well, look, you know, I know the brand, and I said, he just recognized his home country's brand. So he said to me, how much are you doing? And on there is 100 kilos on the incline press. And the Polish word for a 100 is 100. 100. So if you can see that, 100 means 100 in Polish. So I said to him, I'm doing 100. How much are you doing? I said 100. I'm doing prosto. So anyway, it made him laugh. Made us laugh anyway. Might not have been very relevant to you, I don't know. But there we go, I'll let you in on the inside joke. Right, so 100 on here. I've got the chain around me today, so this chain is on the incline, and it's given me a different stimulation. I mentioned it. I mentioned it in the new Gym Bling, that can only mean one thing stream, why we're using the chain. So I won't labor the point, but what this does around the neck and over through the shoulders and down, it's pulling my body in a slightly different loading force through my arms as I chin, which is very different than having the belt and the chain around the waist. It's a lot harder, so I'm not going as heavy as I usually would with the belt and chain. So I'm happy to lighten the weight because I've got a much more stressful stimulus going through the body, and it's really working me very differently, and helps to strengthen the neck muscles as well. So we're doing all right. So chins. So I'm supersetting chins and incline. Why am I doing that? I am supersetting chins and incline because they are agonist and antagonist. They are opposite muscles. I want to do a superset. I want to raise the intensity at this part of the season. It is progression. I've never done 100 kilo on the incline press before or this season. So it's a new season's best. And the pushing through the shoulders and chest is complemented by the reversing of pulling up and down through the bicep and lats. So you've got chest, shoulders, triceps pressing, and then you've got back biceps and rhomboids and all the posterior rotator cuff muscles of the shoulder working through my chin up as well. So we are then going to go into doing we're going to be doing the bent over row. I'll show you the bar. I'll bring you over a little bit closer later on. But the bar essentially has got a curve in it. So I mentioned in previous streams about rowing properly, really getting that row right up through. So we're going to finish off with some rowing, some bent over row, which we've not done this season. We've never done bent over row yet. Right, let's do another set. Proszę pan Michał. Proszę bardzo. Następna. Next set, następna, next. Woo. Friday Night Lights.
5.
Okay.
5 again?
5, tak, 5, yeah. Okay, so let me fight. Muszę bitwić, tak? Fight, yeah, I must fight. So let me fight, yeah? Okay. Okay. 3. Promoc, tak, tak?
Yeah, yeah.
Trzymać, tak? Trzymać.
Yeah,
Trzymać, okay. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Thank you, mate. Amazing. Yeah. Woo. Supersets. Motivation station. Yes. Whew. Whew. Awesome. So. You catch me breath. Yeah. I will bring you a bit closer to see some of the chin-ups as well. So, third set. We're going to our fourth set of this now. And then we'll bring you over to show you the chins as well. It's quite a nice angle, so you can see lifting. Just catch my breath. It's hard. So what do supersets do? Supersets, I find when you're working strength, like you've got to work completely opposite body parts. And you can do it. It's tough, but I have the same recovery, so I still have 3 minutes. If I'm doing the bodybuilding stuff and I'm doing supersets, then I'm happy to hit the same area. I'm happy to just keep going and, you know, might do shoulders and chest or tricep shoulders, whatever. And I'll just keep blitzing it until I'm really, really tired. But with strength work, the same principles apply really. You want to stay away from your 1 rep max. You're not trying to fatigue yourself. You're not trying to burn the muscle out, but you still want to get that stimulation. So I'm doing this today purely because it's a new stimulation. It's efficient. I'm working 2 opposite but complementary groups, kind of chest and shoulders, triceps, back biceps, and core as well. The chin-ups will hit your core, will hit my core. So I'm more than happy to do that. It complements what we did on the last stream as well, with our bench press, incline, shoulders 48 hours ago, and then we're hitting our back again after doing really, really heavy squats. So it's a really, really nice change and a nice introduction that you can do to your program as well. Oh, we'll get a 4th set going. Woo, super pumped. And I'm looking forward to working the biceps today as well. We haven't done the biceps for a while. The biceps have been hit doing other exercises, but we're going to isolate them today as well. So, all right. So I'll bring you over as well. Yes. Bring them over. Woo. Okay, 4th set, okay. Fourth, 5 raz, ale 4. Is the 4th set. Jak się powiedzieć set?
Wait.
Oh.
I don't know. Powtórzenie?
Powtórzenie?
Seria, sorry.
Seria, tak.
Seria.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Mam. Yep. Woo. Awesome. Right, I'll bring it over for the chin-ups because you'll see what I mean. See if you can get a bit of an angle. This is all right. How's that right there? I think that's a winner. Right, let me bring you over for this. Sound. Let's quickly do this. Whew. Whew. You can see this drag. Ah, damn. Damn, that's hard. Oh. 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 Get my breath back. Wow. So, so today we'll talk more as well about the principles of bent over row. We've done T-bar row. We've not done seal row yet. I'm going to introduce that in a couple of streams. There's another exercise we'll do. And all round just fantastic progress, to be honest. Nice and steady. No aches and pains and strains and things that we are concerned about. I mentioned my chest from carrying the yoke carry a few weeks back. That seems to have more or less cleared up a bit now, but I think it's just because I've never done the yoke carry before. I'm not quite used to the carrying technique. So when you're loaded under pressure and your arms are very wide, I think the strain, the stimulus of carrying the actual frame, because it wasn't anything that I picked up from actually pressing on the bench or on the incline or on the narrow grip, so it's feeling good. So in the warm-up today, so as you know, I do my warm-up off screen, so I did my calves, I did hyperextensions, which are vital. It's actually, I rarely see people doing hyperextensions in the gym, to be honest, and it's a real shame because to actually isolate that lower back and the glutes and the hamstring together as a little unit and really feel that deep burn in the lower back, I think it can really add years to your training. I think it can really help to not just rely on having really strong abs to protect the lower back, but to actually isolate and work the lower back as a unit on its own. So I do that. I make an effort, a conscious effort to do that. I went up to kind of like get a few neck reps in as well. I went up to 10, 15 kilos with a plate today, and I was holding the plate out on the hyperextensions. Now, you can hold it into your chest and it'll still work you, but it's harder when the weight plate is away from you, the principle of lengthening the lever. So you can hold the weight plate out in front of you and do a hyperextension, and the weight is a lot heavier, it's a lot harder because you're lengthening the lever that's loaded. So, fantastic. Oh, it's really working my neck. So I like to keep this chain on. Really pulls on the neck as well. Woo. That is heavy. Woo. Right, so last set coming up. Last set of 5. So we would have done 5 sets of chins, 5 sets of incline. Oh, got to hit that lower back. All right, let's get another set of incline done. So 3 minutes. Right, let's come this way a little bit. See if we can get them both in. Can we get them both in there? That's good, isn't it? Okay. Okay, you ready? Yeah? Thanks, mate. Splendid. Okay, last set. 5 seriam. 5 razy, tak? Ah. Whew. Ah. Ah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Two, 3, 4. Yes! Ah! Jestem dzik, tak? Dzik. 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 Nie, dzik. Dosłownie. Dzik. So, let me do this set. Yeah, I'll bring you in a bit closer. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, I'll get you in a bit closer. Ooh. Oh. One more rep. Was not happy with that last rep. Was not happy with that. Oh, but you can see how hard I'm fighting because the chain wants to swing you left and right, forwards and backwards. And your legs want to go that way and that way. Oh. Come on. One more big one. 12, 15 seconds. ATP reload. Beautiful slow negative as well. So that one little last rep with a slow negative, very happy with that. So that's all 5 sets on incline, superset with all 5 sets of chin up. But I failed the last rep on the 5th set, waited, and then done that last rep with very, very slow negative phase. So next time I come to do that, should easily be able to do all the reps, all the sets. So that's fantastic. Right, let's do some, let's do the next X. Let's do the next X. Wow. It's nice. So let's see how this bent over row gets going. We are trying a slightly new technique today, and I shall explain why after a swift water break. Let's grab a bit of water. Where's my bottle gone? So that's half an hour and we've done supersets. So we've done 2 major lifts there in half an hour, and that's the beauty of doing supersets. So I shall explain more in a moment. This is an appropriate angle for the bent over row. Awesome. Beautiful. Right, let's have a go at this. Whew. So, we've done 2 major lifts there in 31 minutes, and we've still had our 3-minute rest, or 3 to 5 minute rest. We've still completed all reps, all sets. We've still made new season's bests. So I've never done 100 kilo this season on the incline press yet, and the top of my shoulders and chest is really nice and worked. We've done incline as well, full reps, all sets, 5 sets, with the chain on, which is a completely new stimulation. You can see that chain swinging, and it's really, really, really hard. It's not like having the belt fixed on you between your legs, which is a nice linear resistance. That chain wants to swing, and it will pull you, and it will work you differently. I believe that chain is about 20 to 25 kilos. But it's the nature of the forces that chain elicits on you. It wants to swing out and move around and slosh because it's going to move in waves. So we are now going to do bent over row. The only other way is if I do this. So that actually feels quite nice, you know. Whew. So the belly up position there on that bar, what I thought that would do was, I thought it would hit me. I thought it was actually hit my stomach and restrict my range of movement, but actually it's not. What it's actually allowing me to do is it's pulling my arms into a longer length because it's bowed. So that is actually pulling me a lot lower. And it does hit my stomach, but I still feel like I'm getting my range of movement. That bar with 60 on it is too heavy for me to spin that around so it's in a concave position and hold it. It's just not possible. There's just nothing I could do about that. Unless I lighten the load, but then I'm not going to be able to work my back as efficiently as I would like. That's really, really tough. That actually feels really, really good though, even though I can't get the bar in the position that I want. The other alternative is you just use a flat bar, which is no problem. You can use a flat bar. You could just use a normal, just a normal flat Olympic bar that we normally use. That's no problem there at all. So the back should be nice and warmed up now because we've just done the chins. So I've no harm at going in straight at 60 kilos on this. Absolutely no problem at all. Yeah, you've just got no chance. That just won't hold over that way. Whew. But it's definitely more to be used for bench press really, because you're just getting that arc shape right over your chest. But you can use it. There's no harm in switching around the equipment. I use the decline bench press. I do my lower back on that. I hang over the edge of it and work my lower back, purely because there's no Romanian chair or hyperextension machine. So, all right. Let's see how this goes. I can try again. That's absolutely fine. No problem with that at all, actually. The fact that the bar there wants to spin in that convex position, you can really feel it actually pulling you. So you can use the straight bar or the curved bar, no problem. Your gym might not have one of these. It's quite a specialized piece of equipment. So like we just did the chins, no harm in using the chain for that, no harm in using the belt. It's always going to be a new stimulation for the body, and that's why on this channel, in these live streams, we're always relatively doing new things. We switch around we don't switch the program, but we switch around the stimulus and the modality of the exercises a lot. And what you'll notice is today, we did incline bench press, but we hadn't done that. I hadn't done incline bench press for 2 or 3 weeks now, and we did 90 kilos last time, 95 kilos. So yeah, 90 kilos, but I've gone up 10 kilos on my incline press in 3 or 4 weeks. So I think it's amazing, really. You know, you'll keep finding that if you haven't done an exercise for 2 or 3 weeks, but then you come back to it and you're a lot stronger. I think we need to go up to 80 on this. See how this feels. Yeah. Whew. So many different fun exercises to do. Just so much variety, just keep stimulating the body. One of the main things you'll notice is if you're used to the gym you're going to, you'll find that going to a new gym, not to join a new gym, but just by going to a new place, just the different equipment they have there might be designed by a different manufacturer, or just the environment or the atmosphere, you might just be a bit more pumped. And you'll just find that you just get that extra 5 or 10% sometimes, and you'll feel just a little bit more worked. So that's my version of that, is if I am in the same place, can I change the angle of things? Can I use the piece of equipment slightly differently? Can I use something that's not made for what it's made for? Can I use it in a different way? As long as it's safe, I don't mind. So we did the yoke press. Remember when we did the yoke carry? But we did the yoke press. We used the yoke frame for shoulder press. Amazing. Thanks for joining, guys. It's amazing. I really appreciate it. Just a guy in the gym doing what he loves. But it's nice to have you here as well. Getting way over 100 views a stream now, which is just beyond my whatever thought would happen. Heavy, but achievable. That gives you a different force. I feel this work in my thoracolumbar junction, which is the part of the spine where your middle back meets your lower back. And the force that puts through my spine as I'm leaning over, is asking questions of my core stability, my upper thoracic stability, my shoulders, my lats, my erector spinae. This is fantastic. This is really good. I'm glad I used that bar. I'm glad I used that bar. Definitely. The flat bar is equally as good, no problem with that. I will switch it up, I'll use both. I'll do this bar and I'll do the flat bar as well. Next time I come to do it, I'll probably do the flat bar, but that's really nice. You don't need to go too heavy on this, I find. You can really load it up, 100, 120, 130, but at some point, you're going to lose that counterbalance, and you're going to put in, you're just going to have too much strain on your body where it becomes biomechanically inefficient, and you're literally just going to only be able to pull up and shrug your shoulders, and it's not really going to hit you at the angle you want it to. You want that force angle like that. You want that force to come through here in this plane. The heavier you get, the more up you're going to come, and the more you're just going to be shrugging up. So you really want to be at a weight that's optimal for you to keep that kind of that zigzag in your legs and chest. That's why we do emphasize going very, very slow with the weight increments. So from here, 80, I might only go up to 82. 82 kilos. If I achieve all my weight repetitions, I might go up, only 2 kilos would be enough, because I don't want to jump up too much, and it's going to compromise my it's just going to compromise my biomechanics. I'm going to spend much more time fighting the weight than actually rowing it. So dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję. Miło mi, bardzo mi miło. So let's do another one. Another set coming up. Bit of chalk for the boys. Okay. Woo. Nice. That felt optimal. Positive thing to note there as well is, remember when we did the V-bar row or the T-bar row, we were only doing 76, 77 kilos on that, and we're doing 80 on this today, and this is a free weight. This is more of a freestanding bent over row, whereas the T-bar, V-bar row, that's much more fixed and you're on the platform. So I think this is a lot harder because you're completely relying on yourself in this closed chain movement. So we've gone heavier. So I think that's really good. That's testament to having a much stronger lower back now, stronger abs, and having a stronger back as well. So it's all coming together very nicely. Oh, we're doing fantastic. So we'll finish off with some biceps after this. We'll do, yeah, technique is good. So finish off some biceps. We'll do, we've got 2 more sets. Wow. What time is it now? So
20 past.
20 past 9, sounds perfect. Right, quick water break. I need to literally get some water. So it'll be 2 minutes, commercial break. Oh, let me use the microphone here because just leave it there. Ready. Here we go. Whew. Nice. So I'm getting nice depth there. I'm really happy with getting that strain and that stretch. Not panicking in this position. It will make your lower back feel very vulnerable. You really have to keep a very, very tight core. You can hurt yourself doing that exercise. I think strains can build up with this. I recommend doing this exercise. You have to go light. Don't load it up. Don't load it up. Stay light. Get your reps out and build up slowly. Eventually you can get heavier and heavier. I think we're all right on 88. I'm keeping the same weight. We've got one more set and then we'll do some bicep curls. Finish off with some, so the biceps would be nice because the chin-ups are brutal for the biceps. A nice compound exercise for biceps. The chin-up is amazing. A nice closed chain compound exercise for biceps. Because most of the time people think of working the biceps in this kind of open chain pattern, doing curls, or curls with a rotation is a proper way to do it. But by hitting them in a closed chain, so that's an open chain, but by hitting them in a closed chain exercise, holding onto the bar and contracting through, really asks a different question. Right, last set coming up, and then some biceps and we're done. And that's a really, really swift session. So the beauty of doing the supersets is you have to really be quite intelligent with how and what exercise you're going to choose. You can't really be using the same muscle groups because you're just going to fatigue. So I use two completely different exercise areas, quite complementary really, incline bench and chin up. So it's a really nice way to squeeze in, fast session, efficient, but still achieve all your goals and targets. Let's get the breath back and then do another set. Last one. Yeah, nice. Really enjoying it. Thanks for thumbs up on the video, guys. Well, the thumbs up on the video is amazing, and obviously to hit way over 100 views per live stream now is amazing. So when I obviously first started doing this, I thought I'd just share my tips and education and program exercises that I do. And if I can help people, if I can help you to start as well, I think it'd be wonderful. So never be afraid to get started. I always said to myself that I'd be live streaming this with or without an audience. I'd still be doing it anyway. And I always will have the mentality in live stream that nobody is watching, because that's how it started and it's always been the same like that. But I really appreciate like everybody commenting, putting the likes on the video, and of course sharing it and putting getting 100, 120, 150 views per stream. That's a lot for me. I'm really happy about that. I never imagined that. I thought like, one view would be fine. Or no views, I'm not really bothered. But for it to grow so steadily as well is really, really encouraging. So it's amazing, so I'm really grateful. That's really, really nice. So obviously some people are getting some value from it. And I do believe that what we're doing on this channel and how we train and what we teach, it is effective, it works, and there's no gimmicks, there's no shortcuts. All right, Gemma. So put it into practice, because, wow, it works. And your body will change, like, unrecognizably. You'll just carry muscle. You will be so thick and so lean. It's just unbelievable. You'll be carrying so much muscle, right, that when it comes to actually doing your cutting or your shredding, you will find that you're already quite close to your target because your muscles are so thick and so big. You will still have a little layer on you, but it's much easier to get to that layer of muscle and thickness because they're already very thick and prominent. You'll already have that shape of the muscle belly. But because you train so hard, what you'll find is you're almost there. Right, I am jumping straight in on 40 kilo bicep curls because I think what we'll do is we'll use the smaller discs because you can see a little bit more. This is just purely for the audience. So you can actually see what's going on. Can we do it this way? See, that's what I mean. The bar will want to rotate. So we'll use a flat bar for this. But I'll use the small red weights so you can actually see what's going on, because if I use the big discs for bicep curl, they look more impressive, of course, but it's not about that. It's about you actually being able to see the contraction and the range of movement that I'm using. So let me just go and get a couple of red weights and then. both ends. Whew. See these small ones, you can actually see what's going on. Let me just get this bar. Bit of faff, bit of changeover, not a problem. Bang, bang. Right, I'm jumping straight in on 40. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because your biceps should already be extremely warmed up by this point. You've done overhand grip for barbell row, bent over. You've done underhand, chin up, really hitting the head of the bicep flat on. So we can get straight in on 40. Nice. Right, I'll bring you around so you can see what's going on. Where's a good POV? Do you want to come head on? It's just me pulling funny faces. You, no, is that a good angle? I'm not sure. It might be. We'll try one set like that, see how it goes. Just try to get you involved as much as possible, but optics sometimes. Optics. Let's see how it is. Right, let's have a little look. Right, let's see how this goes. So just here on the grip, you've got the middle strip. I kind of come one thumb width apart, which kind of keeps me nicely. You can come straight here if you want. You can come narrow, you can wider. You're going to put a different strain through the bicep, basically. But I kind of do one thumb-ish. So I'm getting 6 reps and that's starting to feel quite heavy, to be honest. Why is that? The reason is because I've just done two previous exercises. Very taxing for the bicep, that is why. So by me weighing that up and saying, right, I'm hitting 6 reps on 40 kilos. I'm not gonna exactly get my reps out. So what I'm going to do is drop that down very slightly, even if it means taking off 2.5 kilos. Then I'm going to get a couple of 5s. And then I think that would be the ideal weight then. I'm not going to be able to hit my 5. I'm not going to be able to hit my like 8 to 10 reps over the next 2 or 3 sets. I'm just not going to be able to achieve it. So we're defeating the object. So true to our principles, I've got to drop that down a little bit. So we'll take 5 kilos off, we'll do 35. I've got to drop that down slightly. So I've now got 35 kilos on here, because these are 2.5s, and these little red ones are 5s. So that should add on. So I should now be able to get about 8 reps, 8 to 10 reps, and I'll be able to achieve all my sets. So that's a nice way, that's a really nice way to gauge where you're at, because there's no point me just powering on and trying to do 40 kilo bicep curl if I'm just going to be failing, knowing that I've just done mega chin-ups, mega bent over row, and my biceps are absolutely cooked. You're just overtraining, and you're going to risk an injury. So I'm more than happy to drop that down and get my reps out. Stay right in the zone. Beautiful. Ooh, so we will do another set. And what you risk there as well actually is sometimes it is the bicep, but also you've got to think of the extensor, this extensor forearm here. So if I lift my wrist up, the muscles in my forearm, just at the elbow and downwards, just here mainly, the muscle belly, you'll feel a tightness here. And when you bend your wrist, you'll feel a tightness here, the muscle belly of all the flexor tendons. So all the finger flexors, bend the wrist and fingers, an extension of the wrist and thumbs and fingers comes up here. So these two heads here, they're at particularly risk of being overtrained, particularly if you're doing a lot of upper body work and then you're overloading on the chin-ups, the bent over row, the deadlift, grip, farmer's carry. You're doing a lot of grip strength work, and then to come heavy on the biceps is absolutely fine, no problem. But you're going to start getting aches and pains in these tendons, and you get tendinopathy, which is a Latin word for tendon damage or tendon pathology, whether it's inflamed or not. You can start getting little tears and poor healing really in the area. So maybe Latin or Greek, it's one of the two ancient dialects. That already, 2, 3, 6, 7. That already, you can probably see that if you watch that little bit back. Just by taking that 5 kilos off proves my point. That already looks better, it feels better. I added 2 reps there, 8 reps I got out there. I had probably 1 more rep in the tank. I'm happy with that. That is amazing. That feels a lot, I feel more stimulated now by dropping the weight down. That's what I'm talking about. So, just to recap that point, I could have stayed on 40 kilos, grind it out. Technique would have been great, more fatigue, probably wouldn't have got all the reps out, but by taking 2.5 kilos off each side, so 5 kilos in total, going from 40 to 35 kilos on the bar now, I feel like I've got more benefit from the exercise. My range of movement was better and my efficiency was better, my economy of movement was better. I could really actually feel the triceps working, the biceps working rather than kind of, my shoulders coming into play. That was amazing. So 35 is optimal, particularly after doing quite a heavy a lot of arm work in the previous exercises. And the next time, who knows, but might be able to jump up to 40. Cześć, Michał.
Still here. Still here.
Jak się pan czujesz?
Bardzo dobrze.
Bardzo dobrze.
Bardzo dobrze. Ty?
Tak. Mam 2 seriały i koniec. 2 więcej, tak. 2 more sets and then finish.
I got fucking shitloads.
Huh?
No, I got
You've done?
I got new plan now.
You've done loads. I think you've done loads.
I got fucking loads.
Loads of, what's your program like? You've been here like 3 hours. So what have we got? This is today, so
Yeah.
barbell squats 3 by 8 to 15, sissy squats 2 by 12 to 15, incline barbell, so you're doing squats, incline barbell chest, cable crossover, dumbbell rows, dumbbell pullovers, seated dumbbell shrugs, cable rear delt flies, barbell upright rows, and then superset as well.
So
Then you've got a superset dumbbell supinating curls, dumbbell overhead triceps extension, and then superset hammer cable curls, rope tricep press downs, and then you've got to do seated calf raise, standing calf raise, and hanger leg raise.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So that is MAPS anabolic, is that the?
yeah.
MAPS anabolic. These are the type of programs I'm talking about that are overcomplicated, not simplified, and basically he's done legs, chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps, calves, legs.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's full body workout.
Mate,
Full body.
that's enough for 3 people. I've done incline, chins, bent over row, and bicep curls.
Are you doing full body as well?
No, that's just chest, back,
Yeah.
and biceps.
Yeah.
Done.
So you got 3 of them, 2 days,
Wow.
right? That's day 2 and day 3.
So this is tomorrow.
No, like let's say I'm supposed to do like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or Saturday, right? 3 days.
3 or 4 days a week.
3 days. 3 days.
That's a lot, mate.
Yeah, it's
But I
good.
suppose you are using lighter weights and you're doing lots of reps.
Yeah. But the thing is,
Does it work for you?
to be honest, it does.
Good. If it works for you,
To be honest,
keep
does.
doing it, mate.
I'm not like I'm feeling much better, to be honest. Like I'm stronger.
Good.
It
Hope you
does-
can keep it up.
It does work.
They're good programs, but they're hard to do for the long term.
Yeah. No, this is only 12 weeks.
12
That's
weeks.
only 12 weeks.
Woo. Wow. Well, I hope it works for you, mate. That's fantastic.
I've,
Horses for courses, aces in spaces. If it works for people, that's fine. But that's a lot, man. That's a lot. Wow. Full body every day. Oh, it feels nice. Ah, wow. Ah. Amazing. That's what I mean. It's different things. You know, we're on a strength program. We've got to get strong. Michael there shows with respect, showing us his program. He's on he's not getting stronger. He's trying to keep fit, build a little bit of muscle, keep the fat off him. No problem. That's what works for him. For me, that's a fantastic program for the summertime. But even still, I don't think I'd be doing full body 3 days a week. But you know, if that what works for the guys, that's what works for the guys. I think the key was in the name though. It was called anabolic. What was it called? Anabolic something. So maybe you have to be on anabolic something to be able to achieve that. I think because your recovery is going to have to be amazing, isn't it? So. That would just be my subjective opinion and experience as well. I think your recovery is going to have to be amazing to do full body 3 days a week. So, but we have completely different objectives. So we're trying to get strong over here. We need the volume. Less is more. He needs that kind of all-round global stimulus to really stimulate his body in a different way. But there's no one right thing for everybody. So you've got to respect that as well. But it's not a program that would work for me if I was trying to get bigger and build more muscle. So, but if you've watched the other live streams, they are the types of programs that I think are good in, they look good on paper, but they're good philosophical programs on paper, but in practice, they often aren't sustainable for the long term. Full body for 3 months is tough. Oh. Right, last set. Another 30 seconds, I think. Ooh. Last set, quick debrief. Whew. Oh. Oh. This chain is amazing. I'll have to tidy it away in a moment. Right, are we ready? Let's try and get our reps out. Oh. No. Last rep. I've got to do one more there. That was tough. Come on. One nice big rep. And this time, really slow negative. Yeah. Come on. Nice. Slow negative. Big contraction. No fail. Yeah. That's the business. That's where the gains are, mate. Oh, right, let me help the guys and girls tidy up. Oh. Nice, slow, negative to finish on. Oh. Wow. Oh. 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 Wow. Oh. Wow. Oh. 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 Wow. Oh. Wow. Oh. So, amazing, nutritious. Perfectly right. So, as always, thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Or if you're watching this on catch up, of course. New objective. Can we get to 100 subscribers? We're at 89, 90 at the moment. Let's get to 100, another milestone. What do we do today? we did supersets with heavy incline. Oh, nearly a tragedy, nearly dropped my eye. Heavy incline, bench, new season's record on 100 kilo, which is pretty good. We hit the chest and we hit the shoulders. Superset with chain around the neck. Chin-ups, they are really taxing, they're really, really hard. Next time, to improve that, I think what I'm going to do is not hold the chain between my legs. I'm going to let the chain, because I keep it on the inside of the knees basically to hit the core a bit more. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to leave it on the outside of my legs and let it swing where it wants to. I think that is going to be another challenge and another stimulation for me. That's the feedback and the feeling of how can I make this better that I've got from doing that. Again, it's a new stimulus, it's fantastic. We did bent over row with a curved bar. I think that was really nice actually. I think I'll try it with a straight bar next time, but there's no harm in doing that. And we did some bicep curls. We dropped the weight a little bit on the bicep curls to get that appreciation of the exercise. I would never have been able to get all reps, all sets, like 8 to 10 reps, 6 to 8 reps for 3 sets on 40, not today. Previously we've done 42.5 kilos previously, and we've been able to achieve that when our biceps are quite fresh. But on a day like today where we've had quite bicep intense training, you're just not going to be able to do it. So really nice progress. I really appreciate tuning in. I do want to hear about how your training's going though. Michael, the gentleman tonight who spotted me, he's obviously shared his program. You know, if you want to do that kind of program, I think it's fantastic for you, but they ain't going to build you much muscle, and they certainly won't build you any strength. They'll get you toned and they'll burn a lot of energy if your intensity is there, but that is a slightly different type of training for a different part of the season, which we will come into when we start hitting the high reps, lots of sets in March, April time. So it'll be fantastic. Okay. So thank you very much for joining the stream. Another fantastic session. Join us again for more strength, more education, more live lifts, lots of positivity, and yeah, that's it really. All right, see you next time. All right, thanks for joining. See you later.